Hello Florence, and hello everyone joining us for today's conversation of our Culture Vulture series.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Today we thought we'd talk about identification. So I remember when we talked about people approaching you, they normally would not automatically think that you are German. Assumptions, right? Mm-hmm. And your response would always be, but I'm German, I identify as German because I grew up here, etc. So my question to you today is, what exactly is it that makes you German? What are the values, what are the emotions that come up that make you feel German, identify with the German culture?
You know, if you had asked me this question like 30 years ago, I wouldn't have known. But after we have spent about 3.5 years in China and also in Nigeria when I was a kid, I noticed how German I felt, especially in China, how German I felt. For example, my mom always said, what you start, you have to finish it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is something I think is very German in perhaps the older generation, so generation of my mom. So when I start something, and it's still till today, when I start something, I would not just leave it unfinished, but I would finish it. Yeah. Then I'm very diligent. And I think that's very German, to be diligent. Yeah. What I do, I don't do it in a superficial way. Yeah. And I also think when it comes to food, yeah, what I missed a lot in Nigeria, but also in China, is my German bread. Yeah, so not the toast and the white bread, but the whole wheat bread. Yeah, so my
real good bread.
Yeah, oat. Yeah, and well, I'm not that much in cold cuts, so the typical Aufschnitt, yeah, what we have here, but that's, I think, also something very German, to have bread, butter, and then to put something on it, yeah, like cold cuts. And yeah, that's German for me.
What else, when we talk about emotions, what emotions come up when you think you're German?
I think I can say I'm a friendly person. But I'm a private person. Yeah. So I don't like it when people ask me, how old are you? I don't like that because that's something very private. I don't want people to ask, how much do you earn? Because I always think you earn money, but you don't talk about it. Yeah. That's
We're not Americans, right?
Yeah. And my mom taught me that. Yeah. You earn money, but you don't talk about it. So I'm a very private person. And although we always had an open house when my son was small, we always had an open house. And that is something, I would say, not German. So for example, when he had friends visiting him and it came to dinner time, I never said, okay, now you have to go home because we are having dinner. But I said, okay, good, come and have a seat. And that is something that I think is not German, because lots of kids are always sent home when the family start to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And your connection with Germany, if you look at society, if you look at politics, if you look at nature in Germany, the different cities, everything that you perceive the country to be, what does that do for you?
So politics, sure, it's I always say it's my politics. So yeah, so I don't feel like it's their politics and it's their country, but of course I say it's mine because I feel German. I identify as German. Yeah. And for example, traveling. There are some places I really love. And when I then think about it, and I think, well, you should love like going abroad and not going to whatever Black Forest or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that my traveling habit is that German. I don't think so.
What is your traveling habit then?
Going abroad, yeah, was a long time my traveling habit to go abroad, to fly to wherever, China, America, England, yeah. But not to say, well, I would like to go on holidays and I would like to go into the Black Forest. And I thought, oh, that's old-fashioned. I don't like that. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, probably it's linked to possibilities, opportunities, a little bit of money that someone has or not from previous generations when they traveled.
Yeah.
What I realized in my habits, for example, is that now that I live abroad, I make it a habit to see parts of the country I live in.
Okay.
So I do like to go abroad from the UK where I'm living at the moment, but also I think the time that I spent here, I should also spend a little bit of time exploring the island, as I call it, right? And going to Scotland, going to Wales, going to the different parts, because I'm situated in England here, going to Ireland and Northern Ireland because it's very close, and explore it, because otherwise it would be missed. And I have the time here. So
yeah.
Also you get to know the people better.
Yeah. And perhaps it's, although you've lived there, I think now for 15 years, but perhaps you still feel like a tourist, I don't know. And you have the feeling, I need to explore this place because perhaps in a while I will not live here anymore. I don't know.
In some parts, yes. And then sometimes, no, I'm just exploring my present home country, my chosen home country for the moment, and widening my horizon when it comes to that. But it's not completely, it's not an identification with the culture as you have it, because you have grown up there. So you have it really ingrained in yourself. I have to learn it. So that's the difference, I guess.
So I can't say that I am 100% only German. I think I also have some international parts, but of course I love being identified as a German person. Yeah, so it's nothing I'm ashamed about. No, never. I love it. It's nice.
Very good. All right. That is a good ending, I think. Being proud of it, being really identifying with the culture that you've grown up in, and inhaling it, sleeping it, eating it, breathing it. I think that's a good way to conclude today's session. So thank you, as always, for sharing your experience, your feelings, emotions, everything that comes up with the question. And I see you again next week.
Yes, see you, and thank you for asking.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye, Florence.
Bye.